Okay, global players, we finally have the next Dokkan Festival announced, and it seems to be Turles. Yes, Dokkan Festival Turles is the next Dokkan Fest coming on the global version. This is gonna be funny. What's it called? Vegito King Alex pointed out to me. He's a real one, indeed. I think Turles is a very polarizing character. We'll talk about him today, what his kit is as a little refresher, and what his celebration is bringing, because I think a lot of people forgot his celebration. The Turles month actually had a lot of content, which is really good. So we'll just go ahead and I guess we have his content brought up right here. So we'll just go down the line and we'll talk about what the Turles celebration is looking like, and we'll break down the characters, right? So, we have the Dokkan Festival banner for Turles here. This banner is interesting because it does bring back two Dokkan Fest for the first time. Dokkan Festival Yamcha and Tech Bardock are both first time returning Dokkan Fest. Tech Bardock at this point, I would say he's kind of bad, honestly. The Tech Dokkan Festival Bardock, which is very unfortunate. That Bardock can't really cook anymore. Yamcha, I feel like he can still kind of cook, especially with some of these events being shorter now again, right? We're getting a lot more shorter events that he could dodge in and stuff like that. Still pretty good leader. I think Yamcha, overall, he's aged fine. I wouldn't say he's like aged super mega well, but I think he's fine. And you could get used for him in a lot of difficult content. Now, we have Turles and his banner units. Turles himself, if I'm going to say he's good or bad, I think he's good. Am I going to say he's worth summoning for? No. Especially post-worldwide celebration, people probably don't have stones anyways. I would use this celebration as a way to start saving stones for the next big celebration, which should probably be New Year's, potentially Anniversary and Global as well. But I think that this Turles is not really worth summoning on. I don't think his team is fleshed out either. There still has not been a Goku family enemy where he gets the most powerful part of his passive, 3 keen 18% attack support for the rest of battle. Again, this is like a 9-day difference, because the thing about Turles is he's full of like conditions, right? I think is a good way to say. He's full of like, he could potentially be good sometimes, right? So he has the additional that has a high chance to become a super attack when HP is 50% or more. Then with each super attack he does, he gets ki, he gets 5% reduction up to only 20%, which is a little low, and then extra 140% defense. Then with every time he does 6 attacks, right, during battle, from the 6th attack onward during battle, he gets another additional that's a high chance to become a super. So it's like, if you're getting this guy, he's doing like, turn 1, he does super, then normal, and then normal hidden potential. You like build up only one of these, and then he like snowballs very slowly. But if you get the good RNG turn 1, you know, you could super 3 times, you build up most of his passive, he auto supers, and then now he's kind of cooking, right? And he's always going to be able to get his super attacks. Early on, this guy might have key issues because his only link is prepared for battle. So if you're using him with like these non-scene units like Cooler or anything like that, which, you know, this new content is making a lot of those units like out-age, especially on the global version compared to when it was a JP, right? You could have issues with Turles' team, specifically space traveling warriors, right? You know, even like Kai Goku, like a unit you could throw on there is like kind of could get a little shredded up in a lot of different situations. But yeah, that's the thing about Turles that specifically makes him right. I do think that this active skill, once you like stack attack with them, and he could also heal, by the way, which I think is cool, but if you stack attack with him over time, like get a lot of supers, this active skill can actually do some pretty good damage, which is nice, especially if you use it when he gets the super effective. But this Turles, he's not crazy. He's not like, you know, oh, best TUR level. He's not like Ma Junior kind of deal, right? He's not. I still think the Gammas are better than this guy, right? Which is unfortunate for this Turles, right? And he's also a unit that kind of wants longer fights too because of how his passive is. So the thing about that is all the content is like really short, and you know, turn 1 they hit very hard. Well, it's this Turles' unit, you know, turn 1, maybe you get only his extra 40% defense, right? But other than that, Turles could be okay. So that's a good thing. I would say skip that. This unit is actually pretty good. There's a slot 1, very tanky support unit. They build up over time. They're basically like a better Vegeta Trunks on this team. But again, don't summon for them. This unit is like, okay. They have the dodge chance. Like, well, they're decent, right? They need a super attack a couple of times, but like they're a bad unit. Additional high chance to become a super. I wish they raised defense for the turn. That would be really nice. But again, if you're on a full Space Traveling Wars category rotation, they do actually get a 50% chance to dodge, which is really, really nice, right? Because this dodge, I believe, activates and adds onto this 10% chance, if I'm not mistaken. So that is quite helpful. But yeah, I don't think I never really have used this unit, honestly. It's like these two that are really good that you're actually going to be using if you're running the Turles based team, right? But that's my thoughts on the Dokkanfest Turles specifically. But again, there are more things coming for his celebration. Let's talk about it here. So we have the new Dragon Ball story, which is coming out, which is really good. Just some extra free stones, right? Again, there's content right there. There's a little bit of mini content. Oh yeah, new Prime Battle Dr. Wheelo. I didn't bring up Dr. Wheelo, huh? But Dr. Wheelo's like bad, honestly. Yeah, there's not really a way to sugarcoat him. When he came out, he was okay, but then like we got all this new content. Dr. Wheelo's pretty bad. Flat boosts, yeah, dude, it's just, yeah, no, he sucks, right? He sucks right now, straight up. He's not good enough. Very sad, because it's like they designed him with like, okay, he's gonna suck now, and then his EZA will be okay, but that is unfortunate. There are some sub EZAs that come for the celebration as well. So we do have this Great Ape Turles, and then this Base Form Goku. Base Form Goku is okay. I'm not gonna say it's anything crazy. And again, I'm judging them based on like how sub EZAs are, and you know, I'm sure many people have him. He's a solid unit. I don't think he's too bad. This Great Ape Turles, I think for a sub EZA, he is pretty good. You want these full Space Traveling Warriors setup basically, or at least a majority of your allies want to be Space Traveling Warriors. But if you are able to have another 4 apart from this Turles, because he counts as 1, his defense is able to get to like 800k range, like, you know, especially if he is able to triple super rate. So there's situations where even in the most difficult red zone content, even now, he could tank those normals. Like at this point for sub EZA, is almost like, you know, reaching 800, 900k defense tank these normals is at a point where it's like, okay, that's kind of impressive, right? You know, having that defense level where it actually doesn't matter. Because back then, it's like defense from like 500k to like 1 million or something was kind of mute. But now it's like these bosses hit so hard, even on their normals, that you want to have the amount of defense to be able to properly tank them, right? So that's a very, very important thing to consider. I think this Turles is okay. And he could turn to Great Ape, which could nullify the enemy super attack potentially, which is really, really nice too. So, yeah, I think the Turles, they did a good job with him. Now, next we have this EZA, which no one expected. LR Gohan and Goten. I think this EZA is fine, right? Do they flop with this EZA potentially? I mean, you could argue that this EZA was kind of a flop. I think that this EZA is much better than people would say. Or give them credit for, but they don't really have a really great setup for them for like a Goku next to them. Like, I'm trying to think, like, funny enough, since like the base form Goku, like, have we gotten another like just standalone Goku? Well, we got the Goku in what's his face? Actually, you know, we got Super Saiyan 4 Goku technically after him, but you guys get the point. I feel like this guy wants to be next to a Super Saiyan 1 Goku. Like, you know, Carnival Goku could be okay, but you know, I think like it's really funny. Super Saiyan Goku, but like I feel like this guy is kind of phasing out a little. This guy is like still solid, but I don't know. And you specifically like an all in the family Super Saiyan Goku, I think is the issue, right? There's not like these top tier like better Super Saiyan Gokus don't have all in the family. So that hurts this unit in terms of getting this really strong defensive link, which I think they do greatly benefit from having that defense link. What I do, funny enough, is I run this unit on a rotation with Kai Goku on the Buu Duo like leader skill, and that was like a really good setup for them where they could look very powerful. Then give them Bomo support, and then these guys could cook on that setup, even in like the difficult content now. Well, I mean, there's a lot of int bosses right now, but otherwise, it's right now this unit, again, another build-up unit that wants longer content that it just doesn't really exist outside of a Mega Shenron right now, which is a little unfortunate. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this unit. I think they're very polarizing. I do think they're underrated. No one speaks about them, but they're actually not too bad. Chain battle, then Quest Area 31. Global should finally get the best link leveling stage, I think 31-4, which is really, really good. But that is all there is for part 1 of the Turles celebration. I just wanted to confirm Turles coming out. Woohoo! We love Turles. Yeah, global Dokkan Turles. Yeah, let's go. And I'll just catch you in the next video. Peace out.